using a print from Made on the Loop. Yes. So if you're looking for this print, go to madeontheloop.com. Hello, guys. I know you're here. I did go on YouTube, you guys. So if you want to go over there and see me there too. So this is the print, you guys. And it's nothing really, right? But I'm going to make it something. Hi, Dolores. How are you today? It's a hot one today, you guys. It's a hot, hot one. I feel bad. My daughter's not coming. She made other plans. Hi, Gail. Hi, Gladys. Gladys. I saw Gail. Sorry. I'm trying to look for a paintbrush that I could use. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? How is everything? Hi, Nancy Felix. Hi, Janice back home. Good morning, everybody. This is fun doing this in the morning because sometimes I don't see everybody. Hi, LaFern. How are you? Hi, Sue. Hi, Connie. How are you today? Hi, Cheryl Rock. How are you? Mr. Rick is not here. My mother had a honey-do list about that long. Yeah, he's there. Hi, Jen. Good morning. Hi, Raquel. Good morning. How you doing, Raquel? I didn't talk to you this morning. I can talk to you after. How's that? How's that? Hi, Janice. So we're going to be using the print that I love this one. I don't know why. I was looking for something beachy, and I was telling Gretchen last night, I need something beachy. She goes, look at my website. So right now, this is 99 cents. You can print, once you download this is a download, not a print that you get in the mail. Hi, Lynn. How was your birthday yesterday, Lynn? Hi, Gwen. You can print this. Once you download this, you can print this 50 times. Let's say you want to do coasters. You can do 4 coasters using one piece of paper, right? And I printed my, hi, Julie Towers. Hi, LaFern. Long time no see. And Muriel. That's great. So you can print this as many times as you want for 99 cents. But I think her prices are going up soon. She's not here today. She had to go to a doctor's appointment. So she said to say hi to everybody. So I'm thinking, okay, so you tell me, I'm thinking about painting, I don't know. I'm going to show you the 2 colors. This is ocean, and I think it's too blue. So I'm thinking agave, but I feel like agave, it might work, and I might whitewash it or something. Or we can put shells, you know? So I was thinking that. So I'm not going to cut this yet. And I want to ask a question. Maybe my friend Raquel would know. I want to put an essential stencil on top of the paper. So should I seal this first and then try to put the essential stencil on? And I'm going to seal it with Duraclear. So you tell me. Somebody tell me. Hi, Martine. Mr. Rick's not here to read all my comments. Hi, Julie. Hi, Norm. Hi, Tina. I should say hi, Tina. Hi, Debbie Stebbins. Debbie, do you know? Once I put the rice paper on here, should I seal it with Duraclear, maybe 2 coats, and then try to put a essential stencil rub on? I was just wondering. This is terrible. Let's see if I can get some out, right? Because this is the color of. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, this might be okay. This has more. It's like more of a. I want to mix it with something, but you know me, I'm not a mixologist. You know. Hi, Jackie Whitaker. Hey, Nene. How are you? Yes, seal it first. Thank you, Raquel. I knew you'd know. I should have asked you earlier. But at the last minute, you know me, I think about craft. I didn't sleep last night thinking about this craft all day. Isn't that crazy? So if we don't like this, we can try ocean. Okay. Right now I'm just watering it down because it was a little thickish coming out. It was a little thick. And I'm sorry Mr. Rick is not here. Hi, Jennifer. How's my Jackie? How's your husband, Jackie? How are you doing, Jackie? And how's Miss Mindy? I hope Miss Mindy's doing okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Should we do drum rolls, you guys? Drum rolls. So I don't know if I'm going to the beach today. My daughter's not coming. The boys have their friend coming over to their house. But I said to her, you're crazy, girl. It is going to be hot. And she doesn't have a lot of shade in her backyard. She doesn't have a lot of shade. So I don't know. To each his own, right? Can't force the kids to do what they don't want to do. All right, let me just see. I'm going to do the top part of it here. And this surface I got from Amazon. I got a package, I think of 9 or 8. I'm not sure. Hi, Emma Bradford. How are you, my friend? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling better. All right, let me see how that looks, okay? It may not be perfect, but it may be better. All right, I'm going to do the other side. We're going to use Ocean. Let's see which one works better, right? Hi, Deborah. How are you today? It's the only way you can tell, if you don't try different things, you're not going to know. Oh, yoy. Where's Mr. Rick when you need him? Hi, Jennifer. I'm on YouTube too, if anybody's there. Hello, my friend. Oh, I just saw comments. Oh my God, they come up so quick. I didn't even notice. Hello, my friend. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try to use either agave or I'm going to try to use Ocean. So we're going to try both. Hello. Hello over there. Over there. Over there. I just figured I'm going to set it up at the last minute, right? Set it up at the last minute. All right, let me get another paintbrush. This is all about trial and error, right? So we're going to do this side. Let me get some of this off. There's a lot of gook on that side, right? I did it too thick on this side. All right. All right, let's try this one and see which one looks good. Because after that, I have nothing. I'm just going to either decide A or B. A or B. I'm just going to do the top because then if I have to do A, we'll do A. And I could just finish the side. How's that? All right. And I have a whole bunch of things I want to do. So it seems like a simple project, but it really isn't. So I don't do anything simple. Hi, Deanna. How are ya? I see the comments, but the comments on YouTube are very, very small. So if Rick was here, he could read, hey, I had an appointment watching you mute. Okay, girl. So just text in what the price, this is 99 cents, this print, okay? And all the prints in your store on madeontheloop.com goes up on what date? Just put that down because I couldn't remember. I should have remembered. Sorry. I should have remembered. All right, so I'm going to put this in there just like this, okay? Just like this. You guys tell me. Should I do agave or Ocean? I don't know. I'm going with agave, you guys. We're going to go with agave. What do you think? What do you think? Agave. Agave. See, you don't know until you try, right? All right, so let's do agave. All right, let me get rid of this paintbrush. It just looks so better with the agave, you guys. Just did. And now I'm not going to see, I'm just going to see some people watching and then some, and every once in a while, like Mary Russell, too much sun, Loretta. It looks like I do that. Okay. I'm just saying it looks like I do that, but I wear a hat, a big brim hat. Okay. That I got at Dana-Farber, the Cancer Institute years ago. And it works really well. It's my olive skin. I go outside and I can tan in 5 minutes. And I sit under a gazebo as well at the beach. I don't just go to the beach and sit in the hot sand. Nope, can't do it. I would get sick as a dog if I did that. Honestly, I would. You're having severe thunderstorms? The poor dog is going crazy. I remember Tucker used to just bark. He would know a storm was coming a mile away, you guys. He would. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. I'm going to need some help. So I know people on YouTube will say things to me, but I don't see the comments. It's too far away. They're too small. They're really tiny, tinier than when I see it over here. Hi, Connie. How's it going, sister? I haven't used agave, I think, since last summer. Haven't I? Agave is just that color that just goes with the summer. Summertime, summertime. You know I like my summer, you guys. You know it. You know it. And I'm on Friday's favorites tomorrow. Hopefully, Miss Kippy remembers I can go on at 11. I told her I can't go on at any other time. And she said, congratulations, I'm having another grandson. Kippy is from Kippy at Home. She is the creator of Friday's Favorites. And I gave her a heads up because I hate having to miss because my time was 4. And I just kind of said, for now, for the summer months, can I change the time? Hi, Edie. I'm going to be very hot and humid here today. How is it? It's very hot here too, Edie. Very hot. Do you have air conditioning, girlfriend? I hope you do. Something, anyway. Something. I wish I could send everybody central air from my house. I'm telling you. Although last night it was on and I got cold. I was like, I got cold. So I got to do the sides, but I can't hold it. Leanne, how are you, my friend? Leanne, I was going to message you, and I didn't bring it in here so I can show everybody. I made a star in our private group. Can you give me 2 seconds? Give me 2 seconds, you guys, okay? It's right in the hallway hanging up because that's where I take my pictures. Okay, but don't laugh at me because I did the best I can. But if anybody, Leanne said she'd be interested in this. I made a star using clothespins. This is the only side that came out a little wonky, but I'm okay with it because nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Made this with clothespins. So, and I think Leanne said she'd be interested, but I told her, wait until I make it. Wait until I make it. And if you change your mind, there's no offense. No offense taken. Back in the chair again. Back in the chair again. You guys, I'm almost at the end of the I call it of the midwives. I think I'm on season 13. You guys, what am I going to watch now? You guys have any ideas? Hi, Sophia. How's my Sophia? Hope all is good with Sophia. I think I'm going to soften this up. We're going to do some things I've done in the past, but maybe all-in-one craft, right? And like I said, you can download every single print for 99 cents each one time and print from those downloads 100 times. You only pay once and you can make as many as you want. You can have a print party, you can get shells, you can get all sorts of things. Coasters. You just make everything your own, make everything your own. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Hi, Lois. Good morning, Miss Lois. It's unusual to see you. Well, you're always picking up your precious one, your granddaughter, when I'm live at 4:30. So, and I didn't even have a chance to talk to you today, except for good morning. I didn't have a chance to talk to anybody today. Miss Lois sent me a message. She saw my live last night. Hey, anybody tried that? Call the midwife. I know. I love it. I love it. I know every episode is someone's having a baby, right? But every episode, like the year is 1968. Okay. I was born 10 years before that, 1958. So technology didn't change that much. They started learning a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Remember when they used to use what do they call those things? They go in and pull the baby forceps. Oh, I would have been mortified if someone went up there with that. But I guess they had to pull them out. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to pull them out. The babies didn't want to come out. Some lady hey, Christine Landry, how are you doing, Christine? Some lady, for the first time in history in England, because that's where this is taking place in England, had triplets in the ambulance. So that was fun. That was fun to watch. It was nail biting. They show all sorts of things like abuse of husbands, drug addicts, mothers who had to give up their children at a young age, and the children found them and they got back together. It's just heartwarming. Heartwarming. Hey, Gail. Oh, you're planting plants. That's nice. That's very nice. All right, I already did this, okay? On this surface, I could just take this in here, okay? And I can do this with my finger, and I went down that way, and now I have a crease. So I'm gonna hope I cut straight as a doornail here. I hope I can, I hope I can, I hope I can. That's what you gotta do. You gotta say, I hope I can, I hope I can. Okay, let's try from this side, because maybe I can see the crease better. What do you guys think? All right. There it is. There it is. Let's see how it looks in here. That looks really good. Really good. Really good. Really good. Over here, you see it closer. Over there, you don't see it so close. Really good. So we're going to Mod Podge that in. I kind of... Now, see, now I could have printed this twice and put this on the side, but it's not long enough. So it would have been cool putting it on the side of the frame, you guys, and continued. It would have been a lot of piecework. See, if this was long enough, I could have done that, but I can't. So it goes in the trash. It goes in the trash. And my iron is on. Let's get rid of the water. Let's pull this up. I need a pin. I need this because now this is in there perfect. It's in there perfectly. There we go. And all right, let's Mod Podge. Meow, 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 meow. Little sound effects. Anywho, I went to my YouTube channel last night just to see anybody watching my videos from the last week and stuff. And so far, there's a couple of favorites of yours, whoever saw them. Now I can't remember what they were. I'll think of it in a minute. But one of them was a favorite. I got a lot of watches on that, or views. They call them views. But thank you so much for going over there. It doesn't matter how many views I get. It's, if people like YouTube and they see me pop up, that's great. It's great, right? I think it's great. Hey, hello, Miss Creating Crafts for Rescue Paws. How are you today? I forget your name. Rick would know your name. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Now, can I ask a question? Do you rescue dogs and then bring them? Like, where are you from? Just curious. My daughter won't let me get a dog. She's saying, Mom, you have 3 grandchildren. You don't have time for a dog. Hey, Jolene. I don't see any comments, Jolene. Now, listen, if anybody orders t-shirts from Miss Jolene, you have to put her name in there. There's a point where it says who's the salesperson or something. If you don't, she doesn't get credit, you guys. She doesn't get any credit. And it's sad because, oh, where is my paper? Where is my wax paper? It's right there. So she doesn't get any credit. So if you can remember to put her name. Somebody else asked me for her website today. And if you need to buy a t-shirt or dish towels or anything, all season, there's also diamond art she sells there. There's a lot of stuff that's sold on there. Cute dress thread. Thank you. I had this for years. I bought this on Amazon. I went on an Amazon kick during COVID. And I bought like 7 dresses. So last year I couldn't put this dress on. I was a little on the heavy side. This year, and you believe this, I'm not going to lie to you when I say this. And I know that you all know this. I gained 20 pounds, okay, from last summer to this summer. And it puts you in another size. I'm not kidding you. It's as simple as that. So now I'm back in like size 10, depending on the outfit, 10 or 9. Okay. So the summer I went away to Europe, I was a size 8. Okay. That's a comfortable size for me, believe it or not. I might look a little skinny to some of you, but I'm telling you, I talked to my doctor about it, and she says, if you feel comfortable, then do it. Not wax paper. She means parchment paper. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Don't use wax paper. The whole thing will stick. So I am going to seal this first because I want to put something on here. Gretchen, you can seal it first, and then you could put essential stencil. Me and her didn't know. I felt like I could do that. So look at how pretty, you guys. Look at how pretty. All right, let's put that away. And let me get my Duraclear. I use Duraclear in the gloss varnish. It comes in the matte. So if you want to use matte, you can do that. I'm just going to sprinkle this around instead of putting it in a cup. I feel like I waste putting in a cup. Let me get another paintbrush. And we are going to spread this out and then dry it. And then I'll show you what I'm going to put on here. I'm going to be using this pink coastal, but the thing I'm picking is not pink. And it looks like it's bubbling, okay? But I've had the experience before. When you go to dry it, it just flattens out, you guys. It just flattens out. It's not a biggie. It's not a biggie. And anything you have at home, you can seal with Duraclear, which you can get on Amazon. You can get it at Walmart. I don't know if you can get it at Walmart. I bet you can get it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I got my Duraclear, and it's from Decor Art Americana. You can get it at Michael's for sure. They carry this brand. Or you can use polyurethane. I have polyurethane over there as well. So when this runs out, I'm going to polyurethane. You can use Mod Podge, water down a little bit. Everything could be a sealer. I also have something else over there that I bought from Miss Beth. Yeah. Now you're going to tell me if we're going to do this, because if we don't do it, then it's not a big deal. I'm just drying. Dry, 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 dry. Oh, I know. Thank you so much. And thank you, Christine. Never, ever, ever. How's the apartment going? I know it's going to be tough for you. I know it is. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I wish I could say, come live in Hull, but you can't afford here. I can't even afford here. Thank God I have a house. There's a lady up on Strawberry Hill who is renting her house. Okay. And it's a house. It's not an apartment, but it's not a big house, right? It's probably the size of what I have, right? And she's renting it for, as Rick said, $3,000 a month, you guys. What the heck? $3,000 a month. Who has that kind of money? That's what I want to know. Who has that kind of money? God, I pulled out both. Oh, here it is. So I'm thinking about putting, and I'm going to cut it just because I can, and it'll be easier to see. Look at this pink van. We got to do this pink what do they call it? It's a van. The VFW. Yeah, VFW. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have a seagull too. I wish I had props in here for a seagull. Maybe we can make one. All right. So I'm thinking about putting this right here, like in the sand, right there in the sand, and then decorating all around it. What do you guys think? Dixie Belle Top Coat Flat is a great sealer. Do I have that? I have clear coat satin. I have clear coat satin. I didn't even know that. You said it and I said, uh-oh, I think I have that. Caroline Goat, how you doing? With the menopause, I gained 20 pounds and up to size 12. I was comfortable with size 10. See, that's what it is. You get comfortable with one thing, and what happens is, and you get adjusted to it, and then you feel, that's what I felt. So, but I lost 13, and it takes time. Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. I'm going to put this in, you guys. I'm going to do it. And I pray that it doesn't stick, okay, to my paper. I mean, I hope it sticks, but I'm praying it doesn't. Should I paint it? around there. Hold on. Hold on. Let's put this back on. Let's put this back on. I think I'm going to cut around here and paint around this because you're not going to see it now. What the heck? You're not going to see it. I almost made a bad mistake. Just cut as close as you can without cutting the design. Oh, and Saturday, there's going to be a new release, and I got to post that on Essential Stencil. They're having a whole bunch of people doing crafts. I wasn't asked this time, but that's okay. There's always other times. And I got an email last night about it, and then of course I fell asleep, right? Of course I fell asleep. I'm going to put this down like that, and I'm going to take a pencil. You take a pencil. I know that's a lot of money. Okay, Christine, it's a lot of money, but just to rent someplace, it's got to be. You probably, these landlords. One of Rick's friends that lived down the street from my mom lived in his apartment, and I'm not kidding you, almost 25 years. And you know what they did? This guy says, "I'm raising the rent to $3,000. If you don't like it, you got 30 days to get out." Oh, this guy is devastated. To find a place in Hull, I got to do that again. I can't see it. And his kids going to school, you don't want to disrupt the kids' lives either. I was like, OMG. So I don't know where he's living, but my husband did say he found something. And I wonder how much he's paying. That's the thing. In Hull, they have a few boarding houses. Okay, I can see that. Let's get white. Let's get white paint. Hold on, I'm getting white. Okay, let's use this white. So it is what it is. But if you already started living here and you got kids, you don't want to disrupt them. None of the towns around here. You can go to Hingham, you can go to Cohasset, you can go to Weymouth, you can go to Situate. All of those are expensive towns, you guys. All of them, not just one. All of them. I mean, you're living on the sea, the ocean, and they cost money to live here. I mean, if you bought a house years ago, that's something different, you know? Like me, I bought my house years ago, but the house, I'm going to say, was a dump, okay? It was a dump. And me and Rick, thank God Rick and I met when we met. We gutted this whole house. You had to. The electricity was terrible. The heating system was terrible. The vinyl siding was aluminum siding. It wasn't even vinyl. It was aluminum, and it was falling apart. So we had to do the whole house. The roof, I had to do the roof. Yeah. So you got to do it all. Now I can't see the pencil. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. All right. I'm going to dry this and put a second coat. Okay. Let me dry this and put a second coat. You lost 200. That's right, Leanne. I know you've been doing really, really good, Leanne. Really, really good. Did I hit the side of this? I did, you guys. I hit the side. I hit it with the Duraclear. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Let me paint again. And then we can put the transfer on. I probably should have not yet used this. I'm going to have to paint over this, you guys. Because transfers don't like anything but Dixie Belle or Waverly Chalk. I will be rubbing this for days, right? So I'm just going to do this really quick. And then, thank God I thought of that. Oh my God, I would have had a mess on my hands. And Raquel would be yelling at me. Hi, Patricia Hall. Yes, it was worth the investment. Actually, I'm going to tell you, my aunt who's passed away now, she was such a blessing, okay? She was such a blessing. She was the one that offered me to move here. and I was a single mom with Christine, and I rented on the option to buy. And half of what I paid for rent back in the day went to a deposit. So I was very lucky, you guys, very lucky. I'm not going to ever say I wasn't. I was blessed, you know. So put that up there. Put this back on because I don't need that much. I'm only putting it on because of this. I'm going to be putting that on, and you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. Let me just go like this. Let me take some of that paint off. And I think this is going to have better coverage anyway. So anybody have any fun things planned? I mean, it's already Thursday, you guys. Oh my gosh. My daughter said she says maybe after the last soccer game Saturday, gonna go see RJ and Colin play their last soccer game, and we'll spend the rest of the day at the beach. I don't know about tomorrow. So they're telling you, Gail, to put another shelf in. What did I tell you last night? They're gonna tell you a lot of things. Just tell them, get your own shelf. Selling it, can you sell a house as is? Anybody a realtor around here? Sell it as is. Do you have the TV in the living room? Oh gosh, I'm just listening. I can hear it from here. Um, they're gonna nitpick you. I told you they would. Gonna nitpick you. When I bought this house, all right, so my aunt owned it, but it didn't matter. My aunt and my uncle were ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Ruthless. You like the house? No inspection, as is. If you get an inspection, you can't buy it. Because they knew there was 100 things wrong with this house. But I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I had no place to go. I know, Jen. It goes fast, so fast. Goes by, boom. And then the summer, before you know it, we're talking summer, summer, summer. We're hot, hot, hot. And then we'll be back in the fall again. You guys, and you can tell by how people are crafting. Let me just make sure this is dry. Let me just make sure. Okay. If people start crafting like 4th of July a month and a half ago, you guys. So. Okay, I don't need that. I need this. Let's just pray this sticks on, because then that whole thing was waste of my time, right? Waste of my time. And I need that pointy thing. And I'm going to take a sip of my cafe. Oh, look at that. 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 Oh, no, no. Get down there. Get down there. Oh my God, it worked. It worked, you guys. Woo! Happy. So this is from Essential Stencil. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so happy. That looks good. It looks good. All right, we never know. Put that over there. Put that over there. Put that over there. Let's have a cup of coffee. Happy coffee day. So that's Essential Stencil. And this came from the Pink Coastal. Pink Coastal. And it has this in there. And it has this in here. Look at the cabana. I wish we could get those at the beach and keep our stuff in there all summer long instead of dragging it down there. These are great if you like a theme in the bathroom or your hallway, or you live in a summer camp on the coast. All of those places would be perfect. How did I get that on there? Sorry, I have many. All right. All right. So now let's do this. I have this shell I want to kind of put down here. I have this shell, by the way, somebody sent it to me. It was from Bowman's Beach, Sanibel Island, Florida, August 2002. Look at that. So I still have these. Whoever sent me these, I know you know who they are. I see a sand dollar, half a sand dollar. That's pretty cool. A lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff. So I did find this shell that matches that shell right there, that one. So I found that. So I'm going to put that there. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I need to put, this is the hard part because this is concave and even I can't put glue there, right? You can't put glue there. So I guess I'm going to try to use super glue in some areas. How did I get paint on me? Oh, you got the rubber knee thing. So when you go guard, I still have mine. I still have mine. I'm not going to go all the way around, you guys. I'm not going to go out. I'm going to leave some space. Leave some space so I can put hot glue. Put hot glue there. And this is super glue from the Dollar Tree, you guys. Super glue from the Dollar Tree. Get the gel. If you get the liquidy one, it's just harder to use. So get the gel. It says gel right on it. And it comes in a 2-pack. Comes in a 2-pack. So if you didn't hear earlier, Mr. Rick is doing the honeydew list for my mother. Her grass is dying, and my brother had to go, and they're putting the pump in for the well. And now I have stuff all over them. That feels good. That feels good. All right, and then I have some new shells I got from Temu, and I got some old stuff, but I definitely want to put, I got this from Michael's years ago, and I bet you they still have it. I have no idea what they call it. Let me see if I have a tag in here. Oh, it's called Naturals, and it was in the clearance section. It's bowl filler. That's what they call it anyway. I'm trying to find one that works. That's too big. It's like driftwood, but not. Oh, that looks good. Maybe go this way. Let's see. Let me just look at that. Look at that. It's just weird looking. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is made from. You know? I'm just sticking my hand in here and see if there's anything. Maybe go like this. I want something fatter to cover the whole thing, right? We're going to have to do this, okay? And then we'll put it all back, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? What is this? What is this one? Go this way? Put that over there. These are all smalls. All skin. Wait. This is a funky one. I like funky. No. What about this one? No, too small. All right, watch all the big ones are in here, right? I'm still on the ifs on that one. So much fun. Linda, will the transfer come off if you Mod Podge under? No. And I might seal it after, and just so nothing comes off. No, it won't come off, babe. Won't come off. What is this one? Not so sure about that one. I'm still going back to this one. I think I'm going to do this one. And then I have moss. Don't forget I have moss. I think I'm going to stick with that one. I have moss. And I have a sign I have to do that I got from rekindleblessings.com on their website. They like a couple of years ago. And they're having a whatnot show on Friday. So that's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. So go look at that because you never know. They're always selling something. Hi, Carol Chandler. How are you, my friend? Okay. This is my moss that I always have. Pulling that out, and I'll pull that out. They have these at Michael's as well. They got this package. They got this package. You never know when you need pink, right? Well, that over there. I think this package. And I never seen purple moss before, so here's purple moss. And I have those packages I can go through. I want to put let me see, what can we put? Let's glue that on. Let's glue that on. All right. And I'm gonna put super glue again. Put the super glue. You know, everything stays better when you use super glue. I still can't find my JB Weld. I think I threw it away. I think I threw it away. Thank you. Okay. Now you stay down there. You stay down there. And then I'm going to put some moss in here. And I got more shells to put on here, which let's do them first. Let's do them first. I'm just going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you. I bought this from Temu. It was very cheap. I bought this from, look at how many shells you get on this one. And this starfish. I might take one. Let's take one starfish. I don't know if they're real or not, but I'm going to take one. And this is the bottom part of a starfish. And this is the top part of a starfish. So let's put this on. And I think I'm going to put it just over here. Maybe I'll put it right here. Right over there. Right next to the sand castle. There we go. We got the sand castle. Now let's see what else I can do. I keep looking down here and I think I'm hanging my sunglasses here. Betty Shirley, that is my maiden name. I have an Aunt Betty on my dad's side. Are you the South? Are you in the South? Curious you are. Oh, that's nice. You guys are meeting up. You know, just recognizing each other. So let me see what I got in here, because sometimes what's in here is different than what's in here. And I want to see if I can find anything that kind of matches over here, because, you know, I like to matchy match. This is not big enough. How about the what? How about this? This one looks pretty close. Yeah, we can use that. Use that. And then we'll moss it up a little bit. We'll moss it up, and then we're going to play with Totally Dazzle in my sign. I just need to know what should I color that, paint it. My sign is right there. And look at that. I found a shell that looks just like that. Oh, just like that. Where's my super glue? Okay, let's put that there. And put some hot glue for now. As Lee Lexi Creation says, now. And put this on. And then there's this. I got two shells right here. Come on now. The only thing about the super glue, it runs out quick. It runs out so super quick. And this is your interpretation. You do whatever you like. It's not like a mistake, whatever you decide. Nothing's a mistake in crafting, as you know. And I'm thinking maybe one of these would be cool right there. Would it? Yeah. All right, this is going to be pain in my butt. See. I just opened this the other day. Every time I go to the Dollar Tree, there's two things I buy. I buy parchment paper, a roll, every time. One roll, every time. Thank you, Betty. I think it's time to whip out the dresses, don't you think? I bought like tons of dresses during COVID. So, and here I am wearing dresses. All right, I have another place where I can put a starfish, like right there. So let's put a dot on it, and then a dot on it, and put the starfish right there. All right, let me show you. That's everything right there. I put that, give it make it realistic. And let's get some moss out here. So what I like to use is this natural. What do you guys think? The natural, I think it's already got too much blue, but we might put some on there. You never know, right? You never know. I might say, let's do the edges and maybe put some more shells on top. Let me get the glue of this moss, whatever they call it. They call it natural stuff. But you can get this at Michael's. Get all the colors. So when you go down the aisles at Michael's, on the end caps, there's an end cap, and then on the end cap, there's a side. That's where all of these are hung up 90% of the time. Because they're only temporary. They're not, they don't want to fill up a whole aisle. Unless they put them in the little bins. They have little bins. See, I just did a little. See that? And I put some over here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe no, I want to keep with the, you see what this one looks like. We build sandcastles every time when the kids come. The other day, they decided Rick was going to be a sandcastle. Papa, can we bury you and make a sandcastle? Rick just laid in the sand. He said, go for it. He put his hat over his head. It was funny. They were happy. They were so happy. Look what we did to Papa Nona. Yeah, don't be asking me, kids. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. RJ, when I was doing my other nautical craft that's up there, if anybody's interested in that, please let me know. He wanted to do this, and I was like, oh my God, you're going to burn your fingers. You're going to burn your fingers. I didn't want him to do it. He was mad. He was mad that night. He goes, no, you wouldn't let me glue anything. I go, baby, if you glued something and you burnt your finger, who's going to be in trouble? Mama would got so mad at me. He said, is it hurt that bad? And I go, yeah, it does. Ask Papa. Papa got, by accident, he got burned. Should I put some right in the corner over here? I think I'm gonna. I'm asking, then I say, think I'm gonna. Okay. Okay. I think I'm done with the shells for now. Let's close this up. This is also from Temu. I got this last year from Temu. This year I bought this. So this whole thing. I think that was cheaper, to be honest. I think it was cheaper. Let's wipe this. Let's get this off. Let's get this off. I'm not putting everything away because you never know. You might change your mind. Okay. But let's move this aside. Let's put this in here. Put this in here. Right on top of there. I don't want to lose my starfish, you guys. So let me put this in there. I might have to do some separation of that. Okay, so this is the sign. It says beaches. You can't tell by that. Okay, beaches that I got from rekindleblessings.com. I'm thinking about painting it all white. And then I have blue beads, red beads, pink beads, brown beads, whatever. And I was going to do the shell in the brown, the bucket in the red, and the starfish, whatever we think. I have green. I have like aqua green. I'm going to basically paint it all white. So this way it's easier. And then maybe accent a little bit. How does that sound? Good morning, Deborah. Hi, Big Kegel. How are you today? All right. So let me just show you when you take paint, it starts to get like coagulated. Do never take, once you take paint out of a thing, paint thing, don't put it back in. It's not good. At least that's what I was told. It's not good. Wish Rick was here. Maybe tomorrow he can be. He planned on it, but then I kind of told him, I said, she's not going to stop bugging me. You get tortured by doing the work, and I get tortured by, where's Rick? Where's Rick today? I love that movie. That was with Bette Midler, right? That was with Bette Midler. That movie made me cry. Made me cry at the end. Oh my God. That's a good movie to revisit, to go watch again, actually. Yeah. I'm trying not to get on the sides, but you know that's impossible, right? It's impossible. And I still want to do something around the edges. Okay, I have an idea. Will it be a pain in the butt? Maybe a little bit. Hi, Twyla. How are you today? All I see is people watching. So if you're saying something to me, I will say, I see Deborah Crawford. Hi, Loretta. Sprinkle love this craft. You are so talented. Thank you so much for saying that, because sometimes I don't feel talented. Sometimes I don't. I have ideas, but execution's terrible sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like my star with the clothespins I made in private group. And I'll tell private group, I was inspired by somebody. No name was attached. So, but I'm going to say it anyway. I saw it on Pinterest, and there was no instructions. There's no nothing how to do it. I just loved it. So I decided to make it my own. And, it came out all right. It came out all right. It's not perfect. What craft is perfect? Anybody have a craft that's perfect? Hi, Jerry. How are you? Hi, Rita. Hi, Alice. All right, let's paint this again. Let's paint it again. You know what? I think I'm going to take, let's just go like this. Let's get all the paint off of this when I wash the brushes. I'm going to get a small dauber. Here it is, small dauber. And get a piece of paper towel. Okay. Well, this was a napkin. I took out the ply off the napkin. So I'm just going to, I like to dab it first. Go just dab. Because all I'm seeing is lines, you know, of me painting. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And we're just going to outline the bucket and the shell and the starfish. Maybe you might have to go in and get another color for the starfish. But I do have brown for starfish. I don't know. Maybe we can do a green. I don't know. I don't know. See, it's then the colors become an issue with me. I'm not good with colors. Like, that's why I can't mix. I'm not a mixer of paint. I'm just not. And this comes out much better. You don't see any lines, paint lines or anything from the paintbrush. And this comes out better. Joanne, the memorial you made for my brother Jim was perfect. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. Did you just recently use that? I mean, I know he was. Oh, God. Happy birthday. Whose birthday? Who did I miss the birthday? I wish I can see comments over there, but all of a sudden I'll look and then they're gone. Isn't that crazy? All right, let me dry. Happy birthday if I missed it. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Rhonda. Just want to see if this looks good on the blue. And it does. It really does. I might take a small paintbrush. I don't know. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. You know, I feel like I'm going to ruin things around the sandcastle. Someone was right. They said to put sand. Do I have anything that's sand? Not really. I should put, see, I never make a list of paintbrushes. Does he? I'm glad. I'm glad that you still have him with you. I let me tell you, I made that and I was never so nervous making that. I just wanted it. You know how like you just want something to be perfect? And I wanted it to be perfect. Because everybody here means a lot to me. So when they ask me to make something, see, when I make it something like this is once and done. But if someone says, can you make, and I start to quiver. Frida's birthday. Happy birthday, Frida. All right. You can rewash these. I washed them. I'm putting it in water now. Okay. Napkin. Let's get rid of that. There's no more paint in this, so we'll get rid of that. And now we will do this. All right. Let's do the bucket first. It's in the middle, right? Let's do the bucket. And I want to do the bucket in red. Bucket in red. All the buckets on the beach are red. The reason why we buy them red, so we can find them. I'm not kidding. So I'm using B7000, okay? And if you're interested in buying Totally Dazzled, oh my God, somebody help me with that. Gretchen, can you tell them? I'm so bad. There's a new person in town doing it. Took over Totally Dazzled. Do you know, I thought I lost this and I found it with my diamond art. I don't even know why. I haven't done this like kind of craft in a long time, you guys. This is fun. And I wish I can say I can send you some, but I can't. This would never, I've done it once before, but. So this beaches came from rekindleblessings.com. Go under their wood cutouts, under their Glowforge stuff. I'm pretty sure they have it again this year. I bought this several years ago. I think I'm going to have to go around the bucket, the handle of the bucket. Yeah, let me do that. And then you can tell me, should I keep on going, you know? Okay. Can you hear the TV? I hear the TV, you guys. I can't leave my post again, right? Hope you don't hear the TV. Just a little accent, you guys. It's not like a big deal. If you have stickles, you can use stickles. I figured I've been using stickles so much lately, and I didn't want to do it again. Maybe I'll do the starfish and stickles. What do you guys think about that? Who's here? Wayne? European Excellency. Thank you so much. So she sells, I have a website, I have an affiliate with her. You can get napkins, rice paper, water transfers, you name it, she sells it. She was at the Shabby Trees event. She was there. Barb had her there. All right, now let's do. Okay. I can do this in blue, which is the starfish. I can do that in blue and this in brown. Let's do that. Or I can make this in pink. I'll do that in pink. I'll do that in pink. Like a hot pink or something. Let's do that. Just so that, you know, we're not going someplace else. And then we'll glue this baby on. It's easier when you do all the dots. And then you just put it on. Because it takes a while for this to dry. Okay. Does anybody live near a lake and they're going to go skidooing and all that stuff? We don't do that on the beach here. They do surfing. There was a kid the other day. It makes us nervous, you know, people sitting on the beach. Thank you. And we see a surfer by himself. You never surf by yourself. You never swim by yourself. You always have a friend standing by in case something happens. One of my neighbors went to the beach. She had just moved to Hull. It was her dream to live in Hull. It was her dream to live near the ocean. She goes to the beach. She starts swimming. She gets caught in the current, you guys, and died. She was new to, you know, she should have never done that by herself because somebody could have saved her, you know. And the poor man, Steve, poor guy, he stayed in that house. I think it's 5 years since her passing, and he just sold it like in the middle of the winter to another friend of ours that are really sweet. So much quicker when you put the glue down and you just have to go like this, you know? And it's like diamond art. I wish I could do this with the diamond art, you know, like it has glue on it and stuff, like really quick. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. Hold on, one more. Isn't it cute? That's cute. All right, so we're going to do this one. What do you think? Hot pink on the starfish? Hot pink on the starfish? I just don't know. I'm going to do hot pink. Let's make it funky. You got to respect the water. You're right. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. I mean, every time the boys go in the water, I don't care how many kids are out in the water. Everybody's eyeballs are on every single child out there. It's just a thing. You're the mother of the nation. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right? Hi, Janice. Hi, Betty. Hi, Elizabeth. Guys are joining in. I only got 2 people on my YouTube, but that's okay. I'm glad to see you. I had a few more, but I try to go back and answer comments, but not too many people leave comments. Either that or I'm not sure where to look for them. But I think I do. I've used to do short videos all the time. But now the energy is gone. You guys, I have no energy. Even with my B12 shot, I think it's my age. 67. I'm not that old, right? But I said to Gretchen, I can't even stay up past midnight. We were both yawning at 10 last night. We were like, oh my God, it's 11:30. You do? Is there a lifeguard there? You should just tell somebody you're there to keep an eye out on you. Just never know, Gail. You've come so far. You've come so far, girl. And I have been afraid to go deep past my waist. Don't laugh at me since Jaws. So Rick goes out there deep, and I'm like, get in here, right? He goes, what's wrong with you? I go, I don't know, but they found a big white out in the bay, Boston Bay. And I was like, the big white's out there. You don't think we're on the open ocean out here. You don't think he came from here and he went all the way around and he went to the bay on Boston Harbor. I said, it's not a joke. Oh, I like the starfish, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Do you think I should put any on the words? I can do a whole other color on the words. What other color can we use? We can use turquoise. Why not? And we put them like accent. I can do accent. And then I want to do one more thing. I hope I can do one more thing. I hope. Let's open that. I'm going to just do... Tracy Campbell knows how to do this. I'm not very good at making the accent points. She does it with... I think I'm gonna like it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's do it. Now, if I had done this with stickles, and if you have stickles, use stickles. Either way, it would look nice, but I try to do something different, you know? Might have to put some more, like right here. Hold on. Have anybody, you know what's on right now in the living room? Rick comes home and he changes the channel on me all the time. Rescue, Bar Rescue. Some people, I say to Rick, I don't understand. Why do they think this behavior is acceptable? I didn't have any yellow, Patricia, so I'm using turquoise. Just for, just to accent a little bit. I got to organize that drawer with all this Totally Dazzle stuff. I got to find another drawer and change it out because it's just a mess. A mess. I think that's good. I think one more here. Does anybody ever watch Bar Rescue? They got the world by the balls, right? And what do? They ruin their own business. Hey, Jolene. I know. Isn't that fun to watch that? I get so mad. These people are just so dumb. Or they just think they own a bar and they can have a party. I feel like the bee needs another couple. Let's put one here. One here. I don't want to dump a whole bunch for... Geez, where's the glue spot? Right here. Yeah, that looks better. I remember when I first did this, okay, you guys, when I first started using Totally Dazzle, I didn't have a pick. And I was putting them on with a tweezer. And then I knocked over a whole thing of this. All I wanted to do that day is cry. So Rick says, I'll clean it up. And he separated what he could and threw away the rest. I was like, yeah, you just, All right, hold on now. What did I do with my glue? What did I do with the glue? Let's put some of this on. Okay. I'm only going to put it on a few stress points here, and the rest we'll just do hot glue. And if you go to Beth from your Kindle Blessings page, don't forget I have a code. My code is love15, so you get 15% off, you guys. 15% off. Woo! This looks good right here. And the blue, I'm glad I used the turquoise. Oh, there's an extra bead right there. Get off of there, yo. Get off of there. I can't press it now because I'm going to move everything. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Looks good. All right. Now let's do what I wanted to do. Jazz it up a little bit, okay? Let's see if I can do it with you guys. It's an idea. All right. Let me pull the rope out of here. I have white rope. There it is. White rope. Okay. Let's move this out of here. And I don't know where I got this. I'm going to tell you right now. I have no idea. It's this. All right. And I'm going to make a little knot. Okay. And I'm not going to tie it tight. I'm going to make it look like a nautical, piece. Okay. And I'm going to put it in the corner. Okay. I'm going to put it on the corner. Okay. Don't pull it tight. I'll show you. And this doesn't have to be straight. Don't pull it tight. See? I just made a knot. Just made a knot. So let's do that 4 more times. So the frame doesn't look boring, Thank you. Patricia, you're a late night watcher, and I'm so happy to see you here. You stay up all hours of the night watching lives and stuff. I think you have more energy than me. Did it rain this morning at anybody's location? It did here. So Rick couldn't cut any lawns this morning. He had to help somebody clean out their attic. And then he came home, he took a shower, and then me send him to my mother's house with the honeydew list. Me. If you think of anything else I should do, let me know. I don't know what to do about that. Still not happy about that, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I can put more shells if you think I need more shells, but I think overload. And then I'll just put I don't want to hang this just yet, but I will put a hanger, an invisible hanger. If anybody's interested in this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Madeontheloop.com. Okay. She sells the print. 99 cents. The prices are going to go up. So if you beat it with Wayne, you're here. Perfect. Thank you. How are you? I see you went on vacation. You look like you had a grand old time. I went and looked at it. I don't say much. I give you hearts and stuff, but I saw you went on vacation, so you're back. I figured you've been back. You went for a while, didn't you go for a long? It felt like every time I saw the feed, I was like, he's still there on vacation. This one I don't like. Ugh. Well, let's glue it so it doesn't come apart. There we go. All right, now this glue, this terrible glue. Now it was a simple print. You probably said, "What is she going to do with that? Just put it down." But hey, happy Thursday, Nevada. How are ya? But I made it special. Let me get a thing. And I'm going to put a hanger on it, just so you know. Well, let me show you from here. And I'll show you from here. And then I'm going to show you from here. So the words come, there's several words you can get too, because I found the package in my craft stuff. And you use Love 15 for these. Okay, you get this as a bundle. There's swimming. Okay. There's sunshine with the sunglasses, sunshine. There's summer, the watermelon summer. This is bonfires. And then there's flip-flops. And then this one, beaches. So if you go there, just go look for these. I'm assuming they might be under summer stuff. Because I don't remember. I think Randy was selling them one night, and I just bought them one night. And then it was summer was over, and so use Love 15 if you go there. And the print, if you go to madeontheloop.com, they're 99 cents now. You can buy one download. Don't have to buy 100 downloads. Okay. You like it, Raquel? Thank you. So buy one download, and then you and your friends print them out. And if you don't have a printer and you don't have rice paper, you can go to Staples. They can do it there for you too. As long as you have the download, they can show you how to do it. Because I've had to do that before I knew how to do anything. Hi, Wilma. How are you? How's it down in Florida, Wilma? I hope it's good. I'm going to bring this closer because on yours, you guys can't see the diamonds on there. On that, they can. So you got to buy. Let's say you wanted to buy this one. You buy one, and 100 people can use this. I would make coasters because you can do 4 coasters with that. Maybe 6 if you do the 4x4. Maybe, I don't know. You could do a picture. You don't have to do nothing, and then take a picture of you guys on the beach, your family. Boom, put in the center. Boom, and then put in a frame. So many things you could do with it. I'm still not liking that white. I'm still not liking the white. What do you guys think? It is what it is, right? I can't. It's very pretty. Everybody loves it. So you know what? Just leave it, right? Just leave it. Just leave it. I love it. I love the color. I love everything. Very beachy. Yeah. It is very pretty. And you can go there. She has a new patriotic one that she posted. She has a whole bunch she posts the other day. And I'm like, I don't know which one to pick half the time for myself. So, but now I have this one, so I can just print it anytime I want. Stickles. Hi, girlfriend. How are you, Victoria? You've been crafting. If you've been crafting, we'd like you to craft, if you know what I mean, in our group. Stickles around the edge, you think, girl? What color stickles? Now I'm understanding. Don't you think it'd be a lot? I think it'd be a lot. I don't have a sand color. The only thing I have is sandstone. I have sandstone. If I touch this and I ruin it, I'm going to cry. All right? I'm going to cry. Hi, Martine. Let's try it, because it's bothering me, so it might bother you too. Let's try the sandstone. Let me try a small paintbrush. God, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right, let's do it. Okay, what's the worst gonna happen? It comes out terrible. Well, it's not so white. It's not so white. Don't want to wreck anything here. I'm using this tiny paintbrush. After I do this, you think I should put stickles around it? You can. I just don't know what color stickles, you guys. My girlfriend, Victoria, was one of the few people that hooked me on stickles, including Jessica from Jessica Party Decor. If you don't know her, if you don't know Victoria, you guys are missing out. She makes beautiful, they all make beautiful things. This looks much better. You know how you know you did something wrong? The white, maybe I should have done it with the sand to begin with. I should have done it, right? Damn. Shoulda, coulda, didn't. Just outlining, but it doesn't look so white. It doesn't look so white. And I'm going to look at the comments in a minute when I pick my head up, because this is tiny stuff here. And I don't want to ruin my sandcastle. You know, the water's coming, you know? The water always ruins our sandcastles. The boys build sandcastles and then they build a fort around it and then watch the water come up and destroy. And when their father comes, they build this humongous one. And the kids from all over the beach come in our neighborhood. And they sit around the moat, you know? All right, you guys, is that much better? Is that much better? Should I do stickles now? And then do stickles? Okay. This is Waverly Sandstone. I gotta go get it now. Hey, you have to look at it. Wait a minute. How about pearlescence in the gold? I don't know. I'll bring that out. And I'll bring the stickles out. Ugh. I got the gold in this, but I don't know if I like the gold. So let me see what else I got here. I have platinum. Platinum. Let me just see how platinum looks. Mm-mm. All right, that's not fun. Didn't like that. What is this one called? I pilled up the same color twice. Are you kidding me? What is this color? This is an old one because it doesn't have a name. Oh, this one's better. All right, I don't know what the name of this. Oh, it's glisten. Yes, better. Thank you. Let me dry. And then we'll just outline. We'll just outline a little bit. How's that? Okay. Our sandcastle is going to look fabulous, you guys. And don't forget, I have a code for Essential Stencil, and on Saturday they're doing a release. So I will post that today. And so this way you can tell them they're going, not that, if you didn't tell them. And I have a code for that too, Essential Stencil. I'm pretty sure I do. Loretta 10. See how many things I have to tell you and I forget? I should write all this stuff down, right? Write it all down. There's the end of my castle here. This was a great idea, you guys. Sorry. I doubted myself. Now I like it. Now I absolutely adore it. Let's put it that way. Get this right around the edges. Now, stickles, you can get stickles. I don't have any code or anything. I just buy stickles for myself, so I'm going to tell you where to buy it. It's the cheapest place you can buy it. I know you can buy it on Amazon, but for $3, no, for 3 bottles, not $3, 3 bottles, it's expensive. Okay, but on MrArt.com. Let me write that down because some people make a mistake. Mr. MISTER art.com. MrArt.com. I know it's backwards, but it's MrArt.com. And you look up in the search engine Stickles, STICKLES. Then you'll see a whole many, like 6 bottles in a row. Tap that, and then you'll have the whole thing. They are, hello, Cindy. They are $1.67, $1.47. I forget. What the heck do I remember? But they're cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. And I tend to buy all the colors. And in my link tree is this case. This case, okay? This case is what a case you kind of need because Stickles has to stay upside down like this, okay? And there's special holes in there to make it do that. And then I close this up. This is called Art Bin. This is an art bin. You get this on Amazon. It's pretty pricey. It's like $38. But if you're going to spend money on Stickles, you really need to have this so you keep your Stickles. I've had some of these. The ones that don't have the N on it are the new ones, but some of them I have no letters and I've had them for quite a while and they still work because I keep it upside down. And Jessica from Jessica Potty Decor told me all about that. So let me show you. You guys, let me show you. That's much better, right? Isn't that much better, guys, with the Stickles? I think it is. I think it is. Yes, yes. I don't know. How much is it at Ranger? Because that's who makes that. The Stickles Ranger. How much is it there? I don't know. I never bought it from there. I usually buy like 30 bottles. Like I'll go through all of this like before Christmas, and I'll go through it all and see what I need. They also sell the liquid pearl at MrArt.com. Everybody's wondering where to get that. So I got that. I got several colors of that. So let me just put this on here. And I'm going to say ciao, ciao for today. I'll see you on Friday's favorites, hopefully at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Either way, I'm going to be on at 11 a.m., okay? Because, we go to the beach. My daughter, the kids, summer camp's over at 1. My daughter will be here at like 1:30. It gives me like an hour from the time I start until they get here to get my stuff together. Background made of rice paper that I got from madeontheloop.com, and it's 99 cents. And it's a download. And you can once you download one, you can at home you can print 50 million. If you don't have rice paper, you can print it on copy paper and just hairspray it so the ink doesn't bleed. And I've done that too. Mr. Rick's not here. Mr. Rick is not here. So is it over two? I didn't know that. That's awful. That's awful. Cleaning my desk. Cleaning my desk. So I just did a combination of stuff today. The color I ended up with is agave and the blue. And I did use sandstone. If you're going to use this from Essential Stencil, just paint the back with sandstone from Waverly, and that's it. And then I use shells I had, except for the ones from the I just bought from. Hi, Jody. How are you? She's saying good night to me. It's good afternoon, girl. I'm gonna go to the beach now. I'm gonna get darker. Everybody says I look so dark, but this is actually not as dark. I get really dark. It's my Italian skin, you guys. I got that olive in my skin, and I don't burn. I don't burn. A little bit on the top of my feet, because my feet are like this and my chair. So it gets on the top, and I don't put suntan lotion on, a block, I should say. So exclamation notified. Thank you, Treese. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ruby Moss. You had bad storms this morning. We woke up and everything was wet outside, so I don't know if we had bad. It didn't wake me up. You need a beach house. Everybody needs a beach house. I need this, and I want another one inland that's big, because there's no place more. I can build up, but I don't think the town would let me, because then it won't look conformed. It's really funny. We were talking last night that in my town, you can't have an abandoned car or unregistered car in your driveway. That's considered junk. Okay. You can't have a boat on a hitch in your driveway. That's not where it belongs. You have to go store it. You can't have a camper because people don't like that in Hull. So you have to go store it for the winter. You cannot have like your grass has to be everybody's grass has to be cut or you get fined until you do it. So crazy, right? And yet there's people that still do it and get away with it. I don't know. What do I know? So thank you, Karen Jean. How are you, my friend? Not here, but I will tell him he's beautiful and handsome and all that stuff. So I will see everybody tomorrow on Friday's Favorites at 11 o'clock, not 4, because I am on summer mode and I had to figure out something to do because I would be stressing out if I tried to do lives and get home for 4 o'clock. I just can't do it. And then I would be tired. The sun, no matter what I do at the beach, which is mostly nothing, and I watch the kids in the water and stuff, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired. I'll get home and I take a shower, look at my hair. It's not even like I got a haircut next Friday. So I just wash my hair and I sit in the chair and do nothing. That's how my HOA is too, but it keeps the hood looking good. That's right, Dolores. It does. But some people live in the country and they don't have those rules, so you can pretty much do whatever you want. But we live close together. Like I live very close to them and very close to them and so on and so forth. Check out those wings. Do you see those wings? So everybody lives close. So you look out the window, I can see their backyard. I see their side house. I can go upstairs and look in their backyard. And across the street is Kathleen. She always keeps her lawn really nice. So my chatbot not working. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to fix it. All right, guys. I will see you later. If anybody's interested in this gorgeousness, call me on Messenger. Talk to you later. Not call me, but message me. Talk to you guys later. Love you so much.